now tuned into the DFPN, the Dat Villain Podcast Network. Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the smoke pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Mac, welcome to the Smoke Pit.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Y'all already know what it is out here. We out here on a Friday. We back off of our week hiatus. But, we just up here. We just a couple Smoke Pit boys. The energy, we not trying to fake it. Smoke Pit boys.
Eileen Smokey.
Trying to make it. I didn't know it. Oh my God.
You know you got that gun. I'm about to have some fun. It's a Friday, yeah.
I'm about to act a fool. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode 61 of the Smoke Pit. As always, I am the homie Mac, aka your boy.
And I am your homie, Bread Like a King. Made is Kelvin Cayley. Welcome to episode 61 of the Smoke Pit. Listen, we got a good bracket. We've been on this thing the whole week.
Yes.
Everybody's been asking questions, specific questions. Mm-hmm. And you know what, man? It's been a good week for the bracket. Yep. So we're going to get into that. But we got some stuff we got to cover first. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the pit. Welcome to the Friday. Welcome to the weekend. Let's get into it, man. First, let's take the shot before we get into the festivities this evening.
Oh yes. So shout out to everybody out there. It's November. We made it. 2021's almost behind us. That raggedy ass bitch. And hopefully 2022 will be better. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just celebrate making it to the weekend. So here's to you guys, all the Pitmasters, and everybody tuning in and supporting us. Salute, my guy.
Salute, my guy.
Yes.
It's been a minute.
It has.
It's been a minute.
It has been one. So normally we dabble into the small talk, like. But it's so good when it touches your lips. But
yes.
Let us go ahead and shout out our people's plug earbuds at gettheplugs.com, audioswim.com, and Premier Element UAE, premierelement.com. The Bandcamp has been popping. Mark Socks, our very own DFP in general, has been providing us with MRK Mondays for the entire year so far. Dropped subscriber exclusive albums, 2 of them throughout this year, and is also working with some legendary names in the rap game. Listen, stay tuned to the pit because we're going to get them on here for an interview. Long story longer, look them up, check out their music, and be ready for that interview because that is going to be fire. So check out the Bandcamp. Also, shameless plug, Black Mac's music has been gaining some traction out there. I don't know if y'all been listening, but it's gaining some traction. My co-host is talented as fuck, y'all. I don't know if you noticed that, but my boy is talented AF. Y'all know what DF is going on over here at that feeling. The Patreon is still popping. We just gave him $100. I'm still waiting to hear back from you, Vuk. I might just roll up to the 607th with the money and give it to you. That may be the easiest way to do it. But he just won the $100 giveaway. So you can be entered in these giveaways as well, man. Hit up the Patreon at patreon.com/DatFeelingPodcast. Also, we have merch available out there. You see me with the the Smoke Pit hat. That's a long story. That is not on the Teespring. That will be I will tell you guys how we can dabble in that. But so funny story. So I've been trying to get hats, right? You know we've been working on hats. Teespring's like submit your submission, all that good shit. I did all that. I haven't heard nothing back from them. So I'm like, I want a fucking hat with my fucking show on it, right? I need to rep our brand on this shit. So I go to a site. They're like, yeah, because normally they'll be like, you have to order a minimum amount of hats or whatnot. I just want the one, and then we'll see how it looks when it comes out. So I went to a site, and apparently in order to get your logo digitized or however they do it so they can do the embroidery, it costs some money. So this hat, ladies and gentlemen, the hat that I'm wearing, the total cost for the hat, for the process to digitize all this, for them to be like, oh, you got too many colors in there, do you want all the colors to show up? I'm like, yes, that's going to be extra. This hat cost me $120. But the good news is, now that that site and that company already has our design, listen, now that the site, because the biggest thing was the $80 for them to process and digitize and do all this shit to the design. Now that they have that, now you would just be paying for the hat and shipping, now that they already have the design. So we are able to produce hats for those who want them. So if the interest is out there, just let me know, and I will go ahead and order the hats, and then we'll ship them out to you or whatever. But that is how dedicated I am to what we are doing. That's how much I believe in what we're doing, Black. I was like, I will rock this $120 hat till the fucking threads fall off this bitch, and I don't give a fuck, because that's where I'm at right now. Because that's how confident I am in what we're doing. So stand by for hats. Hats will be out there and available to y'all as well. So check us out. We got shirts and all this stuff that will go great with this hat if you want the hat, over at teespring.com. So go to Teespring and search for That Feeling Podcast Network to see all our merch and what we got available for you there. Now that we got the church announcements out of the way, what up, Danielle? Thanks for tuning in. She's pretty spot on with being the first commenter week to week. So shout out. We appreciate you tuning in. Shout out to everybody else. We see you even though y'all not talking. Let's get right into the first thing I want to talk about, which has been on my mind for at least 2 weeks.
We missed last week. This would have been filleted last week. Y'all lucky we didn't come on last week. But we here this week.
I was hoping that a week to marinate on this would have me less emotional covering this. I still feel a way about this topic. So, ladies and gentlemen, first thing we are going to talk about is one Jada Pinkett Smith and her comments that she made super public. I forget who she said it to. I don't know if she just put it on social media but she made it super public.
It was a Red Table Talk.
Is that shit still a thing?
Is Gwyneth Paltrow.
Is Red Table Talk still a thing?
Yeah.
Like, who is tuning into this shit still?
Bro, that's where she spills all the tea.
Who is tuning into Red Table Talk still?
She spills all the tea.
Anyway, so Jada Pinkett goes and just blasts to the world that Will Smith is unable to satisfy her in their bedroom after X amount of years, 20 years of marriage or whatnot. It's I forget her exact words, but in a sense, she is like, Will Smith ain't doing it for me in the bedroom anymore. I'm gonna let you go ahead and how do you feel about the way Jada is going around letting the world in on the goings-ons in her married life, her sex life, all this personal shit that she's throwing out there? Now, are you looking at her like, well, it's cool for her to be honest and shit? Are you what are your thoughts, Black, on this whole thing? Because I talk to me, bro.
Bro, I'm convinced. I'm really convinced Will Smith cheated on her with a way better bitch, bro. I'm convinced. I'm convinced Jada scorns. You don't say some shit like that unless your feelings is hurt. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, we're married. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how much of an asshole, like, if you're really terrible at it, like, if you're, like, terrible, in the bed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you think your wife will tell everyone, the world? You know what I mean? Like, like I just think he cheated. I think he cheated, and then like,
then why don't she just say that?
They just need a divorce, bro.
Why don't she just say? Why don't she just say?
They just need a divorce.
Why don't she just say that? Like if that is the case, if she,
because they have an open marriage. I'm pretty sure they got.
Then it's not cheating.
I'm pretty
she
sure.
shouldn't be upset.
Right, but I think we'll really hit Margot Robbie. That's what. If you really want my opinion, we'll smash the shit out of Margot Robbie.
But we don't know that. Like Margot ain't going out there shouting that shit out. August is out there screaming to the clouds. Jada's out there screaming to the clouds. She on there. She. Shout out to Jackie. She talked about she found that new dick energy.
She found that new dick energy.
Facts. I don't. Here's where I'm at.
I think August might have did some Kama Sutra on her, bro.
I don't give a fuck what August did. I don't give a. If he makes you happy, bounce. Leave. We don't need to see all this shit. All we need to know is, they're separating. Jada, if you're not happy there, bounce.
Facts.
Why are you staying? And embarrassed, like dragging this nigga back into the light. This motherfucker out there on tour promoting the King's Court movie he's doing in conjunction with Serena and Venus Williams, telling the story of them coming up and their dad and stuff.
Oh yeah.
He out there still trying to earn fucking money for your.
Yeah.
Listen, this is where I'm at with it. Jada just trying to stay relevant.
Bro, I'm getting sex scenes in all my movies. I'm
no,
telling you.
like
I'm getting sex scenes in all my movies.
I'm just mad at what is she getting out of this? What, like, when she woke up and she did that?
Nothing.
What was her goal? What was she sitting
she
there
gets
thinking?
nothing out of it.
Then why is she doing this shit? That's
because
why, Jada? What are you doing?
I can't answer that.
Exactly. Like I'm trying to.
I can't.
Nah, be an asshole, bro. This our show. Be an asshole, bro. This our show. Speak your truth, brother.
I'm telling you, bro.
Speak your truth.
She's still banging August, bro. She's still banging August, and Will is probably a no shit ass dude. Bro. Like, he ain't shit. In reality, he's probably a fuck boy.
How many
But
no shit?
She's the only one that sees that shit.
Here's the thing.
How many celebrities do you think is a no shit ass dudes? Yet we're not hearing about their wives coming out like this nigga ain't.
Oh, there's tons.
She's the only one coming out talking this shit though.
There's tons.
Like, this is the father of your children. And
I mean,
like
what do you
nigga
expect from Jada
shit.
though?
Better,
bro.
After this entanglement,
she told the world.
After the entanglement shit, like,
bro,
and she saw her
husband.
She sat across, talked to her husband, saw the emotion and the hurt that her. Because I feel if Will Smith was really smashing Margot, do you think the emotions that he showed, this motherfucker was holding back legit, real fucking tears on that red table? You can see it in his eyes. This motherfucker was hurt, and she was just like, and they did a little high five thing or whatever to try to make it like they cool. That should have been the end of it. Like, if y'all are that, like, bro, you did your shit, whatever. Like, why don't y'all just split up? Like, Black America will not be mad if y'all divorced. Because like, I can't speak for all of us.
No, not at all.
I'm just tired of this broad just throwing her shit out here. In front of Gwyneth Paltrow? Gwyneth Paltrow is the person to make you say that shit about your husband? Will, if you don't leave this woman, I swear to God, bro. Like, I myself have been married.
He has.
I myself have been married for 20 years. Me and my wife have had legendary fights, arguments, disagreements. Like divorce was threatened multiple times. And I don't know about y'all, if y'all have been married that long and y'all marriage is a story, but congratulations to y'all motherfuckers. But marriage takes fucking work. The longer y'all together, y'all gonna change. People change over time, and they're still. You can't do what she did.
I'm gonna hate you about 8 times.
You cannot do what she like.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't do that to your man. That is,
That's what I'm saying. And it's not the fact. It's not the fact that she cheated, right? Because cheating alone to a dude is bad. That's why Will was looking like that. It's the emotion behind the cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like most guys, they don't attach cheating with emotions. Girls do. So the fact that August came out and said that shit kind of broke Will down. Like that'll break any man down. Like I had your wife creaming my guy.
No, and August got caught up too. August was just like, we together now. And I guess she was like, nah,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna still be with Will. So this dude got caught up. And apparently she caught up too. Cause she's still out here like, I don't know if she's trying to dirty this motherfucker dirty this icon's reputation to the point where if she does leave him, everybody's like, you go, girl. Do good for you, girl. Do good for you. And I don't think it's working out in the way that she thought it was going to work out.
After this, the sympathy coochie is going to go through the roof for Will Smith. It's going to go through the roof.
I know this man put on weight. I know he put on weight during the pandemic and shit, but you acting like Will Smith can't snatch, he can snap back. Will Smith can snap back. He got the money for the trainers and the dietitian and all that shit. Will Smith can snap back. Look, Jada forgot Will Smith can get in I Am Legend shape. You know what I'm saying? When that man was doing the pull-ups and you saw the lats and everything, I'm just like, you forget Will can get back to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Jada's just, and Jackie said it.
And be pimping.
Jackie said it. Shout out to Jackie. She's up in here. She's realizing that Will is the only one relevant anymore. She's got to do what she's got to do to stay somewhat relevant. That is exactly my stance. Like, she is out here in no mood. Last time I heard Jada in a movie, she was voicing the hippopotamus in Madagascar. And that shit is long gone. Ain't nobody remembering that shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody remembering that shit at the fuck all. And here goes Jada like, well, damn, he's got a movie coming out with the Serena, the Williams sisters and Backed and all that. It's getting a lot of critical reviews and all this stuff. Like it looks like it's going to be good. I'm just Red Table Talk host with my mom and my daughter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I have not
steaming vagina.
I have not checked for Real Table Talk ever. I don't know what numbers it does. I don't know what the fuck it's doing.
Except when Will was on it.
Well, yeah, because I'm just like, well, why y'all so fucking messy? I want to see what she tells Will. And she was dancing around. I mean, if you cheated, just say you cheated. You trying to come up with words to defend your actions and shit like that?
She did.
Just quit trying to make it like you the victim, Jada. Stop trying to make it like you the victim. You the villain, Jada. You're the Derek Jackson of the relationship. You fucking Will up.
Now,
go ahead.
For as long as they've been married, that should be protocol. You know what I mean? That should be protocol. Just don't fuck me up in the head in front of the world. You know what I mean? Like,
fam,
that should be the protocol. Like, don't make me look like a dipshit. You know?
Thank you.
Like, that's protocol.
Come the fuck on.
Don't have me out here in these streets looking like a dumbass.
We all got brands. We both got brands.
Damn, Jada.
We both got brands. Shit, man. We got a son out here with a music career doing shit. And now people look like, damn, your dad can't fuck your mom right. You know? Like you got a whole daughter out here. Like, damn, your parents wilding the fuck out. I can't mess with you, Willow, because you finna get on this Real Table Talk and talk all kinds of shit about me. I can't trust you around your mom because your whole show is based around just telling everybody. Shout out to Kay. Kay jumped in here finally.
Kay likes to
Appreciate you
play.
jumping in here.
What's up?
But God damn it, man! Like that's not a good look for her, not a good look for him, and black love as a whole. You know, like it's like you
Exactly.
handle that shit with class. Handle the shit with fucking class, Jada.
You know what's funny? It's like they were the standard for black love. They were the standard. Those were goals.
Yes. They were how they met up.
Not anymore.
Because Will Smith had a child with another woman. They broke up. They had this whole co-parenting, blended family thing working perfectly. They were like, yo, this is how this shit goes. Everybody's looking at them like, look how they're both successful. They both can make it work. They're not jumping from one spouse to the next, married lasting 6 years, and then they marry the next celebrity. They were given the appearance of, and I don't know if it's our fault for putting that kind of fucking pressure on them. Like, you guys are goals for marriage
Maybe.
and black families and shit.
Right,
but even
maybe.
if they weren't, like this would be something like, even if they weren't famous, and I was like, if this was a coworker or some of mine, and their wife just started posting some shit like this, or their husband just started posting some shit like this, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is some shit y'all handle, and if y'all have, reconcile, I can't even fucking talk. If y'all can't repair what the fuck is going on that y'all are going through, you know what I'm saying? Why don't y'all just split the fuck up? Just either get counseling, do whatever, or just go your separate ways, and you be happy and let Will be happy, and that be that. But you want to stay married and continue to be on here talking about Will just don't do it for me no more. To Gwyneth Paltrow, like, what the fuck is Gwyneth gonna tell you? You know, like of all the people you had on your show,
Nothing.
This is the guest that came on that brought this out of you. Like, I didn't, like, maybe I need to watch the episode for context. Maybe I need to watch the episode of Real Table for context. But Jada, you are, like, you had Snoop on there after he talked about, who was he talking about? Talk about that dog face ass hoe. And it was a black woman. And he went on that show and she was like, you talked about, when I heard you call her that.
Should I say it?
I imagined, yes. Who was it? Who was he talking about? Do you remember? He was like, should I say it? Should I say it? I'm going to say it. You a dog face asshole. Or dog face ass.
I forgot who that was.
But it was a black woman. And Jada was all hurt like, you can't do that because as a black woman, I imagined you saying that about my mother, saying that about my daughter, saying that about me. And you had Snoop on there. I'm sorry. I realized I should do that. I apologize to her. I do. And then you go out and do this to a prominent black man in Hollywood who is...
It was fucking August when she had that interview.
It's one of them things where I'm just like, Jada, what are you doing?
She was fucking the shit out of August when she had that interview.
Like, I can't say that for sure because I don't fucking know. But when you do that and you guilt somebody into speaking their mind about somebody, but then you can come on here and just disgrace your spouse to that extent, so the whole world is looking at Will like, what you ain't doing, bro? Like, what's happening, bro? Like, why is your wife out here telling the world you trash in bed, or as a husband, or as a pleaser, or all this other stuff? Like, help me understand what the fuck is going on with Jada.
Man, if I'm Will Smith, I'm making the OnlyFans, bro. I'm gonna make me an OnlyFans. I'm gonna show you how disgustingly horrible at this shit I am. For $9.99 a month.
I agree with you, Kay. Like, it's just too much to expose. And I think she does it for ratings because she knows it's going to generate some buzz. And people are going to go check out her social media and her Red Table Talk. Because maybe it wasn't getting enough numbers. And she's like, how do I generate numbers? How do I generate? Oh, I'm going to talk about my relationship with a very famous, popular, world-renowned actor, entertainer, celebrity, personality, Will Smith. Because she ain't doing numbers Will Smith doing on Instagram. And she stay on Instagram trying to post pictures of herself.
No.
Jada, nobody checking for you. August probably the only dude willing to smash you. You know what I'm saying? Like I sound like an asshole. Jada, you not a sex symbol no more. You used to be, but you not. You know what I'm saying? You just Jada now. You Will Smith's wife at this point.
Ever since you told Charles you was in a bind, you left our minds. You left our minds when you told Charles you was in a bind and you needed that money. I was done. I was done then.
I'm just like, Jada, you just I don't know. And like, if Will is out there doing stuff, I can't say or not say he has, because you know what? He ain't making that shit public as it should be. Like, if
facts,
you know, like,
facts.
Why can't you just do that, Jada? Why can't you just do that? I feel like you weren't going to do what you did with the August thing if August didn't sing up. August sung up and was like, I'm smashing Jada. So now everybody's like, oh, damn, Jada, what's happening? So you got to do the interview. But after that chapter was closed, whatever, everybody went their separate ways and stopped checking for you. You know what I'm saying? And here it is, 6 months later or whatnot. Here you go. Me and Will is out here having problems, and he ain't doing nothing. My sister in the comments trying to revoke her black woman card. Like, as a black man, I have no say in the black woman card. That is up to y'all if y'all want to do that. But I don't know. As a human being, like, I can't look at Jada, or as a married person, I can't look at Jada. And
as a married person, that's trash, bro.
Right. Like, if Apple got on here and was just,
you might as well just say my dick
it was
little.
just saying,
you know what I mean? Like, you might as
all
well
kinds
just say
of reckless
his
shit
dick
about
is
me.
little.
Yeah, like if my wife got on here and just started talking all reckless shit about me, I'd be like, we gotta part ways. Like, I don't understand what you're doing. This is malicious. You are like trying to do something to. I mean, it is. Like, you are ruining my reputation. Me. If you mad with me, be mad with me. You know what I'm saying? Be mad, bounce, hire the divorce attorney, do what you got to do to get your life back on track and find your happiness, queen. But announcing this shit,
that's what that means. I am not for you.
Yes. That is I like that. I like that. We're not a team no more. This lets me know that she is not willing to be a partner in this in life with Will. Which is, I thought that was their whole thing with the August thing. They're just like, we're in this together, we're a partner, we going all this stuff. Like, that episode ended with them looking like they had some closure on whatever episode she had with August, and now here she is doing this shit, and Will should just be like, well, let's just go our separate ways. Feel free to do whatever, get with August, live your life, live off of August's money, which I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's not Will Smith's money. I'm pretty sure it ain't Will Smith's money, because as long as Fresh Prince is on the air, this motherfucker is getting those residuals. You know what I'm saying? He's getting paid every time Fresh Prince comes on a network. Cha-ching. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what Jada has going on in her life. I don't know how well off she is, but if this is what you got to do, Jada, to stay current, I am super upset in that.
Yeah, that ain't the move. That is not the move.
It really ain't. You know, and I am super upset at Jada. It seems like the comments and everybody, they're not really. I just want to find somebody who is supporting Jada, because I want to hear that side of the argument. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear a different perspective. But
please, someone.
The majority of people seem to be upset with how she came across and what she did. I don't see nobody coming to her defense saying that this is legit. She is well within her rights to say this shit, which she is freedom of speech and shit, but I felt like that is based on what they acted like they had after the entanglement episode of her talk show, which I guess still comes on Facebook Watch or whatever. I don't know. Ooh. That's fucked up, Jada. You really. I don't know. I just
I don't know what to say.
These are the shows where I wish we had a female's perspective, like to come on here and talk to give their side, because I don't want this to seem like it's a male driven show and we're just bashing and not like I know who I am and what I am and my views and my points and shit, so I can't speak from a female's perspective because obviously I'm not a female. But if somebody wants to jump in here or in the comments and do, we'll read them and we'll discuss it and take it into consideration. But I don't think Jada comes out of this looking good at all. At all. So that is my 2 cents on this whole thing.
Where's the good sis at?
She probably out there in them streets, good sissing. Being a good sis out there, setting the example for all young women.
Yeah,
you know how she do. But that's all I have to say on that. I don't know if you have anything to add to it, any other perspective to put on it. But that's just how I feel about it.
Nah,
not at all.
I think Will needs to reevaluate his marriage, bro. Like for real. Because you don't just come out and say some shit like that unless there's some pain behind it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like there's some pain in there somewhere.
Yeah.
That they gotta address. And I don't know where it's coming from, but you don't just go out and say my husband's terrible in bed and not have some bullshit going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's some crazy shit.
Like, do you think she would have talked to Will and been like, "Hey, I'm gonna get on this show and talk about how unsatisfied you leave me"?
Hell no.
So you think Will?
Like, what woman has that type of conversation with him? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't.
And what bothers me about it is that she probably didn't talk to him about this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I am not satisfied at all with what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, but after 20 years, I would imagine that you've probably done everything in the book. You know what I mean? Like, you've done everything to spice the shit up, keep it going, keep it fresh, keep it new, role play. You probably did everything that came out. You know what I mean? And after 20 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to find some new shit. Okay, if it's that, find it. Because marriages run into those problems.
Yep.
Find the shit that works for you and keep it fresh. You know what I mean? If not, move the fuck on. Don't just come out here and be like, oh, my husband's fucking terrible. Because that is not going to make me feel good. I ain't going to feel good about that shit at all. You'd be like, whoa, hold up. Who said your pussy was good after 20 years? You know what I mean? Like, that's how arguments get started.
So that brings me to a good point. Devil's advocate here. Not devil's advocate. Nah. Looking from it from another perspective. What if Will Smith is not satisfied? What if you ain't doing shit for Will? Will ain't out here talking about that shit.
Exactly.
Will ain't out here talking about you don't give head.
Right.
You always want to do missionary. You know what I'm saying? Will ain't out here talking about the goings-ons in the marriage. Will is out here working. Will is out here putting an image out.
You didn't come home from girls with no grapefruit, Jada. You didn't.
Oh, I forgot she was kind of in that.
You did not come home from girls trip. Yep. They had to teach you how to use a grapefruit. You ain't come home with that shit. What the fuck?
Will is out here putting out an image like the home is good. Everything is good at home. Here comes Jada fucking that shit up. For clout.
With a wrecking ball. With a wrecking ball.
I rarely quote the lyrical genius the Prophet Takeoff. No, not Takeoff. Who's Cardi B with? Who's Cardi B with? Which Migo is she with?
Offset.
I rarely quote any of the Migos, but Offset, he had a song that totally captures what Jada is about. When he said, "Niggas will do anything for clout." Jada is officially doing the most for clout, and she should be called out on it, which I think.
If Future want to hang out with you, you got some shit going on. You know what I mean? Future was like, I want to hang out with Jada, respectfully.
Sensational.
That lets you know what time
Jada is sensational.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Life is good, you know. I am so disappointed in her, man. Not that I was looking up to her for anything, but like just as a partner in a marriage, like this is something you probably should have talked to your husband about. Y'all probably should have went to counseling. Y'all should have done everything you can do to try to fix whatever. And if it can't work, then you just go your separate ways. You don't get on a talk show blindsided. Because I imagine Will was probably blindsided by this shit like everybody else who was watching. And it is absolute trash that this happened. That's just me. That's just Mac, a.k.a. your boy's take on this shit. So that's where I'm going to leave it. Unless you got something else.
Nope, I'm going to leave it where it's at. Jada for the streets. Next topic.
Jada in the streets. Jada is for the mofo streets. All right. Next topic I want to talk about. If you follow Dave Chappelle on Instagram, he released a kind of like a 5-minute video of him in a crowd talking about the backlash that he's received from the closer. I have it queued up. I want to go ahead and share it so you guys can get the full context of what is happening before we start talking about this. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen this video, Black? Might be the first time for you.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
All right.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Let's see if my computer gonna crap out or something. Oh, of course. Here we go. All my shit is froze up. Can you still hear me?
Ooh, yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Keep going.
So if it
going.
pops up, it pops up. But if it works, it works. But essentially, what Dave is saying is the LGBTQ plus community is really trying to come at him, and it is one of those things where right now, when it comes to upsetting a group or a community, this is kind of the one that's kind of hands off in current times. So obviously we talked about his latest special, The Closer, where he again talks about the trans community. And again, I feel as if he didn't say anything too out of pocket that would warrant this kind of reaction. But at the same time, I am not somebody who can tell somebody how they should feel. This is just me as somebody who is 100% against anyone throwing hate speech or degrading or anything a community, right? I believe everybody has the right to live the life they want.
Right.
But he is on stage. I don't know if it was at the end of a thing. But he is talking about how they are upset and they are doing what they can. And a lot of people, of course, in this culture, it's more of the bottom line. A lot of these companies, distributors, all this stuff, they look at their bottom line. They don't want to anger anybody. So I don't know if you guys have caught his special 846. I think it was last year, when he was talking about the murder.
847.
Yeah, the
Oh, what was
murder.
846?
But you know what I'm talking about. When he just had the stage set up in the
Yeah,
middle
yeah.
of the cornfield, and there was like sparse seating and all that stuff, where he talked about the George Floyd situation and everything. So he was one of several comedians that came out there and did something, because he was trying to plan something to come to Ohio, go out there, have a good time. Some comedians came through. He filmed a documentary about it, setting it up, doing the thing, interviews and all that stuff. And he wanted to release it in theaters. The problem is now, after the backlash from the closer, nobody wants to pick it up. Before the closer, he had invitations to screen it at all the film festivals across the nation. Now nobody wants to touch it. And Netflix won't distribute it because the majority of the board members on Netflix don't want to fuck with him no more. But enough people want to still fuck with Dave that his specials and shit are still on. You know what I'm saying? And there was some
Right.
there was some backlash. I'm not gonna say there wasn't, because there's a sub account of Netflix that kind of is for the LGBTQ plus employees and stuff. They said they're walking out, all of this stuff, right?
Right.
So Dave has this documentary, and he is like, he will self-produce it and have it screened or shown in 10 different cities throughout the month of November. And those cities are San Francisco, Minneapolis, Des Moines, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Toronto, Cincinnati, Columbus, Atlanta, and New York. And you can get tickets through Live Nation and all that stuff. But he wants people to see it. He also said that he is willing to meet with, I guess, prominent members of that community. But he kind of said it in a way that made me laugh. He was like, I am willing to meet with you guys, but I am not going to be summoned. You know, I'm not going to have it be like, you know, you'll meet on our terms. He's
I owe
like,
you this.
I will meet with you guys, but here are my terms. You know, he's like, I won't talk with you guys unless you have actually sat through my latest special from beginning to the end. Like, watch my whole special first. Second, you know, I'll pick the time and place and we can sit down and talk. And then third, there was like a comedian. He was like, you have to admit that this comedian's not funny. He said it as a joke. I forget the name. I was hoping that the video would play, but it's not. But it appears that people are trying to cancel him. But the crowd that was there is still backing him, yelling, I love you, Dave, all that stuff. And as he's making statements, they're clapping and cheering. So my question to you, Black.
Right.
Did Dave kind of step across the line? Is Dave in the wrong? Do you see him having to own up to any of his decisions or anything like that? Like, is he wrongfully being quote unquote canceled by the LGBT community?
Quote unquote, yes. He is being canceled by the LGBTQ community.
Uh-huh.
But I give all the kudos in the world to Dave Chappelle for understanding once you cross a certain threshold in your art and you start to relay messages, a certain amount of hate is going to come with that. I think a lot about that with my music. Like, if I put this certain message out, not everybody's gonna like it, and that's fine as long as what I'm saying has the intent of A, education, or B, like self-reflection within oneself.
Yeah.
To that point, I commend Dave Chappelle 100% because he's not afraid to get the message out. And the hatred that comes with it, he's handling it very well. I mean, it's a lesson. It's a lesson to anyone who really wants to put out a message and know they're going to receive hate for it. It's a lesson. It's a masterclass on how you handle that shit. Because he's handling it with all the grace in the world. And then providing the opportunities to meet with these people and say, all right, this is the message. This is how I feel about it. This is my intent. And he can get all this shit off his chest. You know what I mean? Like, that's a special kind of talent when it comes to putting out your art, because now you're directly impacting the whole world, because that community is large, and now you're meeting with the leaders of these communities, and you could tell them, this is how I feel. You know what I mean? And it absolutely not have any ill will towards anyone in that community, but the fact that you pissed them off enough to meet with them is fucking incredible, bro. It's fucking incredible. Like, enough to where you can have a positive change from something they perceive as negative is fucking incredible. It's something I really do admire. Really. Are they trying to cancel Dave Chappelle? Absolutely. Will they be successful? No. But the fact that he got the baby out of a lot of shit in the process of all of this, and the baby did way worse than he did. You know what I mean? So, like, the fact that he was able to get the baby out of this shit speaks volumes of what he did. It speaks volumes.
Right. Yeah.
So the fact that he is getting this type of shit done should not be taken for granted. The positive steps that are going to come out of this is going to be immense for that community, because he pissed them off enough to meet with them and say, here's how you get your agenda done. It's incredible, bro. Like, I have nothing bad to say about Dave Chappelle. That community as a whole, yeah, they're after him. Yeah, they're mad right now. But I bet you once they get his message and what he's really about, they will change their mind. 100%.
Yeah. I will say, I was listening to, and this is a podcast I normally listen to weekly. It's a podcast called Here's the Thing, and it's the hosts are comedian Kev on Stage and his co-host That Chick Angel, and she brought up a good point. She was like, she went to go check the comments out initially, because he turned the comments off for this post. And I think the reason he did that is because she saw it when it still had comments enabled. It was a lot of transphobic / trans hate comments in that post. Like, people, like those people with that hate and that spite in them towards that community looked at Dave saying this as, see, Dave hates them too.
Heroic.
Right? And I don't think that's Dave's stance on that. And maybe that is what the LGBTQ plus community is looking at when it comes to this. Like, we know you're not meaning it, but you are empowering those who really do hate us and those who really want to hurt us physically when we're out here in the streets. By you saying that a trans woman is not really a woman, that is empowering these people who, you know, like it's like the people who are in a relationship with a woman, and then they find out that it is a trans woman, and they feel super upset, and they attack or cause injury or hurt, or, you know what I'm saying, to said person. I look at it from that way, and I'm just like, it is not his intention to do that. That is probably a product of, like look at our previous president. While he wasn't verbatim saying certain shit, he was empowering certain people to act the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Emboldening certain people to act a certain way and to reveal true colors. And I feel as if people are looking at Dave as their champion for anti-trans, anti-all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I can see how that is an issue. I would like for Dave to just squash it and verbatim say, like, I am not supporting that. If y'all think that I am for hate crimes against the transsexuals, that is far from the truth. If you guys are doing that, thinking that I'm giving you my blessing to do that, stop, because I'm not. You know, something like that. You know, like Dave is, like you said, he is a very smart dude. He knows how to articulate. He knows how to handle what he's going through, right? Like you said, this is the first time somebody who is quote unquote going through the process of being canceled is handling it like this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But with those points that I brought up, like, do you feel like Dave should come out and say something about it, or should he just stand his ground where he's currently at? Like,
honestly, I think he's good just standing his ground. You know what I mean? Because as long as he's not, because if he does come out and say something, he could further enable that community that is against it, right? If he does come out and say something, he could draw more attention to himself and off his cause. You know what I mean? So I think he's good where he is right now. That's just me.
Yeah. Shout out to Jackie. She says he doesn't know anyone, anything, no explanation, apology, nothing. So there is, I don't know, because what Angel said in that podcast, like, I'm just like, if he had to turn his comments off for that Instagram post because it was being filled with people saying hurtful things to that community, taking what he is doing, because I feel in all my heart, and I want to say I would put money on it, Dave is really not out here trying to rally an army to rid the world of transsexuals.
No.
But dumb people will look at that and be like, Dave's cool with it, you know. Like, I mean,
but if you really watched his special,
yes.
If you really paid attention to what he said, like, it really was a joke and then carried on into a story, right? So if you are mad at the joke, you did not pay attention to the story because you tuned out. And that's evident because the people who are mad fucking tuned out.
Yeah.
They did not pay attention to the rest of that, what he was saying after that.
Right.
That is apparent. Because afterwards, immediately after he told that joke, he told a story about one of his friends who was a trans and wanted to be a comedian, bombed, but had the time of their life, got so much hate for some shit that he did that they killed themselves.
Right.
And it hurt him.
Right. Give me 1 second. Let me try and do this because I really want this to play so y'all can hear what he says. So I may drop out, but I'm gonna hop back in. All right.
Go ahead. And here he is.
All right. I'm back. Let me see if this share screen will work now.
Don't drop back out. I don't know if I got another round in me.
Man, if I can carry some segments, I know you got it in you. I know you got it in you.
I know. You carried me on episode 60. I was like, shit. Shit, Spectrum. Why do you do this to me?
All right, y'all see the screen now?
Yep, we got you.
We good. Let's see if this audio comes through. Y'all let me know if y'all able to hear this.
It's been said in the press that I was invited to speak to the transgender employees at Netflix, and I refuse. That is not true. If they had invited me, I would have accepted it, although I am confused about what we are speaking about. I said what I said, and boy, I heard what you said. My God, how could I not? You said you want a safe working environment at Netflix. Well, it seems like I'm the only one that can't go to the office anymore. I want everyone in this audience to know that even though the media frames this, that it's me versus that community, that is not what it is. Do not blame the LGBTQ community for any of this shit. This has nothing to do with them. It's about corporate interests and what I can say and what I cannot say. For the record, and I need you to know this, everyone I know from that community has been nothing but loving and supporting. So I don't know what all this nonsense is about. In summer 2020, when the whole world shut down, I was outside doing shows. My neighbor had a cornfield, and he let me throw shows there, and people came from all over the country. Some people came from around the world to see those shows. The best comedians on earth came to my home and broke bread with me, and we lived our lives. We found a way to keep moving forward. I made a whole documentary about it. The first night of those shows was a piece that some of you might have seen. It was called 846, and it dealt with the death, the murder of George Floyd. This film that I made was invited to every film festival in the United States, and some of those invitations I accepted. And when this controversy came out about the closer, they began disinviting me from these film festivals. And now, today, not a film company, not a movie studio, not a film festival, nobody will touch this film. Thank God for Ted Sarandos at Netflix. He's the only one that didn't cancel me yet. To the transgender community, I am more than willing to give you an audience, but you will not summon me. I am not bending to anybody's demands. And if you want to meet with me, I'd be more than willing to, but I have some conditions. First of all, you cannot come if you have not watched my special from beginning to end. You must come to a place of my choosing and a time of my choosing. And thirdly, you must admit that Hannah Gadsby is not funny. I desperately want people to see this movie, but I understand why investors would be nervous. Since nobody will touch it, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will make it available for all of you in 10 American cities, going on sale in the next few days. You will be able to see this movie in its entirety, and you can see what they're trying to obstruct you from seeing. And you can judge for yourself, but you cannot have this conversation and exclude my voice from it. That is only fair. You have to answer the question, am I canceled or not? Then let's go. Thank you very much, and good night.
So
my motherfucking dog. My motherfucking dog.
So with now that you heard what he had to say, it kind of makes more sense as to why people are, the first thing I want to give him kudos for is for him saying, don't go at the LGBTQ community, right? It's not them.
Yep.
It's corporate. It's the bottom line. Companies don't want to lose money because they are afraid that LGBTQ community will go after them or whatnot. It's the bottom line thing. What we've been talking about every time somebody gets canceled, every time it comes on the show, we're like, don't blame us. It's companies making decisions based on their profits. And he said that. It's corporate people making business decisions that refuse to fuck with my shit. And you said it too, Black, when you were first talking. He is of the mindset that he is aware of consequences for the shit that he says, and he is willing to live with said consequences, but he is going to voice his opinion about the consequences. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So seeing that, hearing what he had to say, nothing changes for you, I assume, right?
Fuck no. If anything, that shit made me prouder than a motherfucker, bro. Like, that shit made me proud as shit. You know how unafraid of shit you have to be to say some shit like that, bro? Like, completely unafraid.
Right.
Like, this is my platform, this is my voice, this is my message. Fuck whoever else don't care about it. I love it.
Yep.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. And y'all already know I fuck with Dave Chappelle. If there was anything that I would be like, you'd probably like to just tell assholes, like, if y'all are out there being assholes because y'all thinking I'm empowering you to do so, fuck y'all, because that's not what I'm doing. And quit being assholes or something. But the whole I like the whole y'all ain't gonna be like summoning me, like offering me an audience in the court of opinion and shit. I like that part where he was just like, I'm gonna tell y'all. The biggest thing I liked is when he was like, you have to watch my entire special until the end. Because I feel a lot of people who get upset don't watch until the end, where, like you said, he ties in a very personal story to him that's emotional to him, and he shares it with everybody, and it kind of brings it all together. But I think a lot of people, with most things, when people start saying shit they don't want to hear, they just cut it off and be like, oh, this dude's an asshole. So like I said,
what's up, Riri?
Hey, thanks for tuning in, anniversary follower. What? Oh, I'm looking at the Smoke Pit page. We got top fans and shit out here, bro.
Oh shit!
We up here with top fans and shit.
It's your anniversary. yeah, anniversary.
All right. So that's where we're at. I think this is probably the most backlash Dave has faced since he walked away from Comedy Central, when everybody's like, "Oh, this man lost his mind. He's crazy. He's insane," and all that. So I mean, it's you know what I'm saying? People fuck with Dave, and I think him self-releasing this, paying for it to be released in these cities, is probably a smart move on him. Business-wise, because I know people fuck with Dave, and they're probably gonna go out and get tickets. These shows will probably be sold out to see this documentary. Nowhere close for me. The closest one is San Francisco, and I don't know if I could drive that far out to see like a 2-hour documentary. That ain't the move. Hopefully it'll come out somewhere, or he'll release it on Blu-ray or some shit like that, and I will buy it. I will go watch it, but I just can't make that drive. Sorry, Dave. I was hoping you put something in San Diego or LA or maybe Phoenix, but they probably ain't really fucking with you in Phoenix like that. So I understand. But yeah, man. So good on Dave. Good on him for doing that shit. And we are just over an hour. So ladies and gentlemen, please, at this point, if you're watching the video, you like what you're watching, share this because we're about to get into this bracket.
Go get your
number one
peoples. Go get your peoples.
theme
Tell
song.
them it's time. We're getting into the shits. Brackets over everything. It's time. We're going to break this down. You got a couple minutes. Go get your peoples. Share this link. Tell them get in here.
Because we want conversation.
Listen, yep. I had people at work bugging me about this bracket, telling me certain songs weren't in this bracket. They voted a certain way. They didn't like the matchups. Go get your peoples. Bring them in here so we can break this bracket all the way down. Courtesy of the people of the Smoke Pit. Y'all picked the songs. We just put them on the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all picked them. We're going to do it again. But y'all picked these. So go get your peoples now. Bring them up in here. Bring they stank ass in here. Let's break this bracket down.
This one was a pretty good one, man.
It was.
I was upset I had to make cuts. Just not cuts like these shows will not be represented, but to make a reasonable bracket that we can get throughout the week and be able to manage polls and stuff. We're going to do multiple brackets, and then we will have like a bracket of winners to finally see who the best theme song is. So how we did it is 64 shows on this first bracket. I broke them down into 4 categories: drama and action, kids non-animated, animated, and sitcom. And 16 shows in each bracket. Unseated, I just like no seating necessary, because at the end of the day, you're going to pick the show that you think is best. Like, just because 2 big hitters are in the first round, at the end of the day, if those 2 big hitters meet in the finals, you're going to pick the better song, right? So
Factuals.
Just pick the best song that you rock with of the pairing. That's all I'm asking. So no seating was needed, I felt. And then let me go ahead and bring up what we got so far. Share screen. Screen 2.
Let's do it. Oh, let's do it.
What's
Hey,
going on?
oh, let's do it.
This motherfucker
Oh,
having a
let's do
seizure.
it. That bitch having a rave party right now.
Bro, talk about it. Let me go ahead and. Oh, you know what? Let me see. Let me see if I do. When I go full screen, it's just like the full screen doesn't want to work, so I got to bring it up like this and just fucking zoom in thing or whatnot. So hopefully you guys can see it. So hold on, let me reshare this thing. Just in case somebody wants to jump in.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and look at and I already got as the group has their winners up here. So when we get to the drama and action section, the shows that we have on deck are Knight Rider, Game of Thrones, Power, Law and Order, Daredevil from the Netflix series, Punisher from the Netflix series, 21 Jump Street, A-Team, CSI, The Sopranos, New York Undercover, CSI Miami, Weeds, The Wire, Sons of Anarchy, and Mad Men. All very good shows. I cannot speak to 21 Jump Street because that was a little bit before my time. But I watched a majority of the shows on this side. And I did my research. I went on YouTube and listened to their theme songs and whatnot. But as we put the polls up, Knight Rider edged out Game of Thrones. Which I was kind of shocked at because Game of Thrones usually has a very iconic
Loyal
theme song.
following.
Well, it was loyal until season 8. And then motherfuckers just gave up on Game of Thrones, right? But that did not change the theme song. Like, for 7 seasons strong, wherever you were at in the house and you heard Dun, 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 dun. You knew what time it fucking was. You knew what the fuck time it was. So of course, I was low key shocked, and I understand Knight Rider theme is pretty dope. You know, it's been remixed into a couple of pretty good hip hop songs, right?
Yep.
I know Timbaland and Magoo, they dabbled in it. Busta Rhymes sampled it. It's a pretty nice. It got a nice bass line and shit. You know, the car was cool, all that stuff. But I think this was an instance of the actual song being better than the other song, rather than the actual show being better than the other show.
Right.
Which I feel like
now,
that should be the case with theme songs.
Yeah. The voting in this one was actually pretty close. Knight Rider had 31 votes. Game of Thrones had 25.
Yeah.
So,
yep,
that was a pretty close voting.
Yep. And then we have Power going up against Law and Order. Power is a more recent, kind of since 2014, 2013.
Yep.
Very iconic. This is a big rich town. So I almost wanted to be messy and put Power to Trey Songz version, which
You should have.
nobody was really fucking with. But I left it the OG Power with Joe singing against Law and Order, and Law and Order won this matchup. And I think
Handily.
I think it's more because of the. I mean, it's an iconic theme song, man. When you just got the. It's that. It's that guitar, bro.
Yep.
And then that clarinet comes in. I'm just like, bro, here we go.
Yep. We in the shit.
Like, boy, get into it. Get into it, guitar man.
Play that shit, Steve. Play that shit.
But yeah, so Law and Order moved on. Then we get to the battle of the Marvel Netflix shows, Daredevil and Punisher. I loved both of these shows.
Me too.
But of the two, like Daredevil's intro, I think was more impactful to me. Like, I like both of the songs, but I think Daredevil for me was better. And I think the crew, the group also went along, and Daredevil beat out the Punisher.
Yeah, I went Punisher for this one, but
I mean, and like, I wouldn't have been mad either way.
Yeah,
I didn't see either of these shows getting any further than probably the semis, but I could see it. But A-Team and 21 Jump Street, I saw A-Team running over this one off the rip.
Now,
okay,
what we have to explain is normally in these brackets, I will do a mercy vote if
someone's
a show
getting
is falling
steamrolled
behind.
Yes.
Yeah, because we got to have representation somewhere.
Yes.
But for these brackets, for the majority of the series, for the entirety of the series of these brackets, I started a hashtag. If it dies, it dies. That means fuck your feelings. This show's better. We moving on. We don't need no arguments.
It is what it,
just let it go. It is what it is.
We have
Group
spoken.
voted.
we have spoken. The eyes have it.
And this one was getting blown out. I was like, well,
it is what it is.
It's done.
Yes. So A-Team moved on. OG CSI going up against The Sopranos. As a show, I love The Sopranos shows more than the OG CSI. However, the theme, I fucks with the CSI theme because they kind of cheated and went and just used a song that was already popular from The Who to boost their shit. But nowadays, people will hear that song, and unless you know who The Who are, people will be like, oh, that's CSI theme song. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
CSI moved on. Although The Sopranos is a far better show, if you want my opinion. New York Undercover and CSI Miami. Now this is the first one where I ended up voting for the underdog. New York Undercover was more my shit.
That was that shit. Hell yeah, it was. Yeah. That was that shit.
Yeah. But I think CSI Miami got boosted by, you know how they'll do the intro scene, and old boy Horatio will put his glasses on, and it'd be like, wow, dun, dun, and everybody's like, oh, that's my shit, bleep bleep. So I ain't mad at it. Your boy Horatio smooth with them glasses, the sunglasses, and his little slick ass shit.
I felt like this one was, if you knew what New York Undercover was, you actually watched that show. Like that theme song hit so fucking hard, bro. That theme song was so hard. Had me on Fox religiously. That show was great.
Yes, that was like urban Law and Order, if you don't know.
Yep.
You had the Puerto Rican cop, the black cop, the fucking it was New York.
It was wild.
New York AF. Then we go to Weeds and The Wire, and I low-key voted for Weeds because I liked how each episode it was a different variation of the song. So I gave it the edge for creativity, but The Wire also did that in between seasons. Like each season, the theme it was the same, but the theme would change, or the genre would change. The Wire won out, so good on them. Then Sons of Anarchy and Mad Men, which are both dope ass dramas that are on cable television.
Yeah.
But I went with Sons of Anarchy because, bro, it was one of them. Like when I heard the theme of Sons of Anarchy, I would run to the TV.
Hell yeah, you knew what time it was.
Burn down all alone. Rolling to the tents. The crow flies straight. Jumping on the couch. You dive on the couch. In a line.
Jackson Obi.
It's Jackson them. Hurry up. So that beat out Mad Men. And then from there we go Knight Rider against Law and Order. Law and Order beat that one out. A-Team beat out Daredevil. CSI Miami beat out OG CSI. And then we have The Wire beating out Sons of Anarchy. Going from there, the A-Team lost to Law and Order. And The Wire lost to CSI Miami, which led us to the finals of the drama action series. And Law and Order came out the winner of that one, going into the final four of Best TV Theme Song. Bracket number one. Not the final bracket, just bracket number one, ladies and gentlemen. We know there's more shows out there we need to put on there.
Yep.
Then we go down to... Let me add this back to the stream so everybody can see the bracket we talking about. Then we get down here for the sitcom.
Cha.
The sitcom bracket, which was pretty tough, and
this one was rough.
It'll be tough for future brackets as well because there's too many dope sitcom theme songs for us to not cover. So in this bracket, we had the Golden Girls going up against the Jeffersons. We had Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Oh, off rip. We had Hanging with Mr. Cooper going up against Friends. We had Perfect Strangers going up against Family Matters. We had A Different World going up against In Living Color. We had The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air going up against Living Single. We had Big Bang Theory going up against Full House. We had Good Times up against Sanford and Sons, and Amen up against Facts of Life. So at least two of these matchups people were mad about. Golden Girls and Jeffersons, and Fresh Prince and Living Single. They said seating was needed. My response again to that is, at the end of the day, you're looking at these shows, you know what song is going to make it to the final. And I think as a whole, everybody knew what song was coming out of this bracket. I want to say everybody, so I want to skip all of this stuff. Like, there were some, I want to say close matchups, but I want to get to the semifinals here, where it was Golden Girls up against Family Matters and Fresh Prince up against Sanford and Son. People were upset that Golden Girls had to throw blows with Family Matters and Fresh Prince had pretty much a bye going up against Sanford and Son. But at the end of the day, the winner of Golden Girls and Family Matters really didn't matter because it was going up against Fresh Prince. And of course, Fresh Prince is in the Final Four. I don't think there was any complaints about that. People were mad at the seeding, but I'm just like, Fresh Prince could have been number 16 in this bracket and ended up going to the finals because y'all know what it is with Fresh Prince. I think everybody in the world knows the lyrics to this song. My commander, a 41-year-old white man from Connecticut, was rapping the lyrics to me when he saw my bracket at work. So, I mean, it speaks for itself, ladies and gentlemen. So Fresh Prince is over here in the Final Four up against Law and Order. Moving over to the kids non-animated, we had Power Rangers going up against Sesame Street. All That against That's So Raven. Reading Rainbow against Eureka's Castle. My Brother and Me against The Adventures of Pete and Pete. Are You Afraid of the Dark against Carmen Sandiego. Ghost Rider against Fraggle Rock. iCarly against Keenan and Kel. Mr. Rogers against Bill Nye the Science Guy. So off rip, I think Power Rangers ran over Sesame Street, if I'm not mistaken.
Destroyed it. Destroyed. This side of the bracket was destruction.
All That annihilated That's So Raven. Reading Rainbow, I think, was a unanimous choice. I think I voted for Eureka's Castle. Just cause. I just threw one out there. Adventures of Pete and Pete beat out My Brother and Me. Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Beat out Are You Afraid of the Dark? Fraggle Rock washed Ghost Rider. Keenan and Kel washed iCarly. And Bill Nye beat out Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. From that
was the closest one. 4 votes separated those two. That was the closest.
I was actually shocked
in that first round.
Because I was like, as a kid, I was hyped when Bill Nye came on. I'm just like, I'm ready to learn some fucking science. Mr. Rogers came on. I'm just like, I guess, like it's
I love
comic.
Mr. Rogers.
Like, I respect Mr. Rogers. Don't get me wrong. I respect his hustle. But you know what the fuck it is.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A
Bill
beautiful
Nye
day
the
for a neighbor.
Science Guy. Like, you throw electric guitar in there as a kid? Like, you throw an electric guitar in there, I'm just like, I'm fucking here. Sign me the fuck up. Action? Cool graphics?
Bitch, I'm about to make a volcano in this bitch. What?
Danielle, you hit it right. Bill. Like, I'm in the living room. Bill. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Science rules. It made learning cool, man. Fuck you guys. Science rules, guys. Fuck you.
About to make me a fucking light switch in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
That man was teaching me about earthquakes and shit. I'm just like, fuck, man, this is cool. But then again, Power Rangers goes up against All That in the next round, and Power Rangers wins.
Wash.
Reading Rainbow goes up against Adventures of Pete and Pete, and Reading Rainbow wins. I felt some type of way about that, but again, if it dies, it dies. We got plenty more shows to talk about. Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego runs over Fraggle Rock, and and then Bill Nye goes up against Keenan and Kel, and Keenan and Kel moves on, and then we get to Power Rangers versus Reading Rainbow. Power Ranger moves on. Carmen Sandiego against Keenan and Kel. Carmen Sandiego moves on. Power Rangers against Carmen Sandiego. I felt some type of way about this one. But like I said, that guitar solo in Power Rangers. Like, people were asking me, like, how dare you guys? I'm like, you need to listen to the full theme song where you get the full guitar solo of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Bro,
where you have
I'm talking about, I used to be at my grandmother's house flipping over the bushes and shit with that shit in my head. Talking about I'm fucking Mastodon. You know what I mean? Like, just wilding the fuck out, bro. Like, that shit had me on
if
the whole
you want to build
mode.
a show garnered to hype kids up, dinosaur robots forming a bigger robot to an electric guitar solo with explosions and ninja martial arts. All in that go Power Ranger. And the lyrics easy to like as a kid.
Bro,
the song was
breaking
easy
off
to
tree
learn.
branches and making
The song was easy to learn.
Did you going to fight putties?
It was so hype.
Read about the pop up.
It was so good.
We out here.
I was mad when Fox started cutting the end credits to talk about the next show coming up. I'm like, boy, if you don't let the end credits roll and let me get this guitar solo.
Hell yeah, I need this.
I'm like, who is playing this shit? I want to do that when I grow up. But like, I love Carmen Sandiego. I like the acapella thing. Ooh up, oopa-doopa, ooh up, ow. Well, she sneaks around the world from Benin to Carolina. I'm like, where in the world is Carmen
Sandiego?
That was my shit. I wanted to be on that show as a kid. I love the theme song, but electric guitars in the 90s. Enough said. You got me. So Power Rangers is in the final four. Now to the animated bracket, which was also tough. Which more shows will be in there, guys. I saw people like, where's this? Where's this? More shows are coming. So when we get to, let's see if I can zoom in on downhill. There we go. Yes. Okay. And I will bring it back up. Look, see people. How is Digimon left out?
Hey, voice your opinion.
Digimon don't get in there.
In the next bracket.
So we're looking at the animated, right? We got X-Men, the animated series, going up against the OG TMNT. Rugrats against Doug. DuckTales against Transformers. Thundercats against Darkwing Duck. Goof Troop against Phineas and Ferb. Tailspin against Gravity Falls. A Pup Named Scooby-Doo against the Chipmunks. And Dino Saucers versus Silverhawks. I will say the running theme is if you were a Disney afternoon show in the 90s, you was probably winning your brackets. You was probably winning your matchups. I'm surprised Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did what it did. But again, like I said, late 80s, early 90s, electric guitar, you got Ninja Turtles doing karate martial arts. The song is catchy. A lot of people know the lyrics. It was dope. X-Men, I think the fact that X-Men had no lyrics hurt it. But
yeah, I think so.
The song is memorable, but no lyrics.
Bro,
like
when that shit popped on.
But I think the thing for me is like previously on X-Men. You know, I'll be like, oh shit. And then like it would do something and then boom 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 yeet 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 yeet.
Yep.
And like everybody made up their own lyrics to X-Men. Cyclops, Rogue, Gambit, Wolverine
with them cards.
Everybody made their own lyrics. Cyclops shoot lasers. Storm makes it rain. Wolverine has claws. Gambit. Yeah, nobody had words for that. If you had words for that, you was gonna be a rapper when you grew up. When that breakout started, I couldn't come up with words that fast. But Ninja Turtles beat out X-Men. Doug beat out Rugrats. And both of those shows, I think, had no lyrics. But I think Doug is more iconic because it was so simple. Yeah. Like, it was a very simple intro. Didn't have a lot going on. Yep. Classic.
La 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 la. That was my shit.
But when it came to DuckTales and Transformers, I was like, that's kind of shitty they're meeting so early because I love them both. But DuckTales, like, and here's the thing. Transformers had robots flipping, shooting lasers, electric guitars. But something about DuckTales, bro, that shit just hit, man.
Man, when that theme song Just put me in front of the TV. What the fuck? Give me some cereal and we good. I don't even need the good
Life
cereal. Give
is
me
like
some
a
Frosted Flakes.
hurricane.
Like, put sugar in this shit. We about to watch this.
Life is like a hurricane. Here
in Doug Bird.
Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's
a Doug Blur.
I don't know why, but like I'm just like, how is this beating Transformers? And I'm okay with it. Based on I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Darkwing Duck, Thunder. Like I said, I'm an '80s baby. Thundercats. Thundercats are loose. But then Darkwing Duck. I thought Powerline sang the theme for Darkwing Duck. That's how soulful that shit had me.
Darkwing Duck. Better watch out, you bad boys.
When you're in trouble, you call DW. Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. Yep, that was it for me. I'm like, yep, this is my boy. Goof Troop slept on, but I'm appreciated that y'all went with Goof Troop, because I think y'all went to the YouTube thing and listened to that theme song. That shit went in.
Goof Troop was.
You can't tell me Disney did not have black people singing them theme songs,
bro.
The soul they had in those songs, my guy.
Bro, they had pre big time Kelly Price singing.
Like father, like son, you're always number one. They buddies, they pals. They always seem to work things out. Can't you see you're two of a kind? Looking for a real good time. Then they had the breakdown. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm in there.
You know what they did? They paid attention to TGIF and they was like, we need this shit. Cartoons.
That's why I cool too. And we always stick together. They had harmonizing and shit.
Hell yeah.
Best of friends forever. I was like, damn. Phineas and Ferb, I mean, it was cool and shit. I like Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. That's cool and shit. Like, it's funny. The theme song just ain't hit me the same. Tailspin
I just
and
got
Gravity
annoyed
Falls.
when that came on because my kids watched Phineas. And
Now,
Ferb, and I was like,
of all the Disney after, I think Tailspin was the weakest entry because I don't think they really had lyrics. Like the other songs was coming in with lyrics. They just went with the whole island. Oh, we are Tailspin. Oh, we are Tails. I'm just like, I fucking guess, you know. Gravity Falls just had no lyrics. I think that's what hurt Gravity Falls. But that's a good show.
Yep.
A pup named Scooby-Doo, I'm mad that didn't make it. I don't think enough people rocked with that shit like I did. They had the old 50s sock hop kind of doo-wop intro. But the Chipmunks, like I said, you throw electric guitar, some shit in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Late 80s. I'm in there. So I ain't mad.
Yep.
Silverhawks and Dino Saucers. You got to be an 80s baby to appreciate these shows. Both epic in their own way.
Really epic.
But if y'all ain't heard Silverhawks on a Saturday morning with a bowl of Captain Crunch, y'all ain't heard music. Y'all don't know.
You ain't lived. You have not lived.
You ain't know about theme songs.
No, you have not lived. You grew up in the wrong era. I'm sorry. But that shit at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, it's a perfect way to piss your parents off, but you are straight. You straight.
80s morning cartoons, they're like, I'm glad they ain't around because my kids would have been super hyped. You are too hyped for 8 o'clock in the morning. Why are you jumping off my couch? Like, what are y'all doing in here?
Silverhawks!
Centurions. Like, there's so many we could put on this shit. But moving to the next round, you had TMNT versus Doug. Ninja Turtles moved on. DuckTales against Darkwing Duck. I shed a tear, but DuckTales moved on.
I did too.
Goof Troop against Tailspin. I was hoping Goof Troop worked it out. Tailspin moved on. Chipmunks beat out Silverhawks. So we had Tailspin against Chipmunks. Tailspin moved on. DuckTales beat out Ninja Turtles. And then we had DuckTales against Tailspin, and DuckTales is in there. So our final four, which is currently in the group right now being voted on, is Law and Order against Fresh Prince, and we have Power Rangers against DuckTales. And if I can go and check real quick to see where everybody is at with that. Right.
Are we announcing that right now?
No, because it's just the finals. So we could probably pick who's based on the gap. We could probably predict who's going to be in the finals, and then we'll let that vote on Saturday, and then Sunday we'll drop bracket 2. Heads up, all of the losers from the first round from bracket 1 and 2, I will make a losers bracket with those guys, so you can give them a second chance to get back up into some shit. But according to, let me go to groups. This.
Ooh, what the fuck?
Are you looking at the results?
Bro, what is y'all doing?
DuckTales beating out Power Rangers?
Bro,
I kind of assumed Fresh Prince was going to make it to the final 2. You know, like I really don't see Law and Order beating out Fresh Prince. But no, DuckTales over Power Rangers?
DuckTales beat Power Rangers? Yo, y'all better vote on these brackets, man. What in the hell?
I'll let that ride till tomorrow. We'll let that marinate for other people to jump in there and look at it. But I'm with you. I'm not mad.
What?
I think nostalgia is a big reason for for that. Maybe they're like, I loved how I know all the lyrics to DuckTales, and Power Rangers was just very repetitive.
No lyrics.
Go Power Rangers.
Go Power Rangers.
You Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat, you know. But they're just like, DuckTales had a full... And I'm not mad at that.
That is disrespect.
I'm not mad
That's
at that.
disrespect.
But I'm just like, bro.
Do y'all
Power
need to Rangers
guitar solo.
Power
Just
Rangers
go listen to
is like the pre-workout for everybody born in that era, bro. That is the pre-workout for everyone.
Just go to YouTube, listen to those songs back to back, and then come back and vote. Just go to YouTube, Power Rangers original theme, and then DuckTales, and tell me where you at. I'm not discrediting y'all who are voting for DuckTales, but I just want you to give Power Rangers a full listen, because I think you're listening to the shortened theme, and you're not listening to the full theme as it was intended for audiences, is all I'm saying. So with that being said, recommendations for the next bracket, the poll, the query, the request for entries will be out there. We still have songs from the previous one that we will add to this one. But shout out to my coworker, Kara Abear, who approached me and was like, Highlander should be on there. And I shed a tear because I think Highlander would have fucked up the action drama bracket.
Yes, it would.
I do not think Law and Order would be there if Highlander was in there. Because that song from Queen. Here we are, born to be kings. We're the princes of the universe.
So I got a couple.
I am immortal.
I got a couple recommendations too.
What's that?
So I got the Andy Griffith Show. I got that as a request. I did. I got Gummy Bears for animated.
Rescue Rangers.
MASH. I got MASH. Rescue Rangers was one of mine too. And of course, we all know management sent down feelings on David the Gnome from management. So
David,
would you like to elaborate?
The motherfucking gnome. If I swear to God, because we got some younger folks in here,
When I was
If y'all don't Google
statement, I think it was
the thing, you know what? I'm gonna bless y'all with it one time, because I don't think y'all know. Nick Jr. used to have some bops, bro. They songs would come through. Oh my god. Let me bless y'all with
Swift
this.
running through the forest and shit.
Bro,
let me tell y'all.
Swift was the
David
Batmobile
the
before
Gnome.
the Batmobile, dog. As a
Hell
kid,
yeah.
bro, I'm just like, bro, he would whistle, Swift come through. I'm like, y'all getting there in 2.8 seconds. Swift fast as fuck, boy. Swift fast as fuck,
Hell
boy.
yeah.
Swift fast as fuck. He the fastest motherfucker in the woods, bro. Fastest motherfucker in the woods. Say so.
Swift out of there, bro.
That's why they call that nigga Swift. Y'all thought that was his name? Nah, he fast as fuck. His real name
Fast
Cornelius.
shit, bro.
Swift's real name is Cornelius, but the streets call him Swift. That motherfucker's name was Cornelius T. Fox. T stood for the.
AKA Swift.
But he got out there in the streets. The hood was like, "Hey, this nigga fast as fuck, boy. Hey, call that motherfucker Swift.
Swift.
Not with a T. Swift. SWIF.
Swift.
What's that with two F's, homie? Swift. Swift. Uh-oh. Oh, hold up. Where's the theme song at, bro? You gotta give me the theme. They trying to show me full episodes.
Ooh-wee.
We ain't there yet, bro. All right, here we go.
YouTube don't be bullshit when it comes to David the Gnome, though.
This is the intro, bro. This is the prelude.
My damn childhood, boy.
And Skip Danielle. Danielle Swanson. How dare you come in the comments skipping David the Gnome? Fisticuffs.
Skip.
Fisticuffs. Woman, if I ever see you again, fisticuffs. I will challenge you to a duel. Oh my God. How dare you?
Bro, let me tell y'all something.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something.
Talk to him.
In the 80s, hearing that song is the epitome of wholesomeness. This is the wholesomeness entering your life by way of one David the Gnome. And he always gave you hope.
Yes.
And listen, I ain't gotta say no more.
Y'all, hey,
I ain't gotta say no more.
y'all saw what I said in the group, and I meant it. I meant it.
Management backs you. Management said they are not
Wolves
responsible
and
for any
wizards and
fisticuffs.
fairy kings. Come on now. Birds that talk.
Birds
and
that
fish
talk
that sing.
and fish that sing. And you can find it too.
If your heart
You
is
can
true,
find this shit too.
in every wish and dream and happy home, you will find the kingdom of the gnomes.
The gnome.
Come on now. Come on.
Not in the garden. It's a whole kingdom of these motherfuckers.
Motherfucker had a
Riding
fox.
the fox.
Swift.
Swift.
Not Swiper. That's the fox y'all fucking with. Huh?
Swift.
Dora. That's y'all fox. All y'all know is Swiper. Swift would fuck, man. Let Swift and Swiper get in the fight.
Let Swift find Boots ugly ass in that jungle. Eat his
Swiper out here, he don't even know how to steal. He steal shit and throw it in a tree and bounce. Like, nigga, what was this for? You annoying.
Swift was of the magic.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, my brother had Botsmaster in there. We could throw Sonic the Hedgehog, the cartoon, in there.
ER.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good one. ER. Breaking Bad. That was a short one, though.
Breaking Bad.
That one was more just kind of a guitar riff as the fucking...
Yeah.
I think I'm more attached. Dexter. I don't know if people fucked with Dexter's theme like that. True Blood. Trying to think of some drama shit. I mean, it's out there. Like, for me, if Highlander is in the drama action bracket next one, which it will be, I see that moving through to the finals, unless somebody just comes up with another one that knocks it out of here. The sitcom one is wide open because there's plenty of sitcoms that can go in there.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just looking at. So Danielle, they're doing an anime one in the Saturday Night Pod. They're gonna start an anime theme song bracket in there. That's why I didn't include any anime songs in the animated bracket, because they're gonna do a whole thing over there. Because if you throw one anime theme song over here, come on, bro. You talk about level of hype. I don't know what the words mean. I'm gonna just like, if I put the Attack on Titan theme over here.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I have no idea what the fuck they saying, but that shit has me on 10. You got
motherfucking giants getting chopped in the neck with motherfuckers on swords floating, flying through the air. Like, that is going to go. I'm like, DuckTales, I love you.
Up.
But do you hear the level of hype this song is giving me?
Demon Slayer's theme.
Stop it, bro. Stop it. That's why. Like, people are like Dragon Ball Z. I'm like, I can't put that in there because that's gonna wash. Mm-hmm. That's gonna wash everything.
Yeah, it's washing everything.
We'll post the link, Danielle, with the request for people's top anime theme songs, so you can join over there to that group and populate it over there. But that'll be towards the end of the year because we want to do a very robust bracket with that one, and we'll probably try and find a way to seed them better. But when it comes to songs, like, I feel like you're just going to pick the best one. Like, it doesn't matter where it falls. You're going to pick
all
best
these songs were great songs.
Yes.
Every song on this bracket was great.
Yes.
So you can't really seed it like this was better than that one because they were all great.
Yep. Bro, Brian, the theme for Attack on Titan changed every season. It's just the same group. Linked Horizon was doing seasons 1 through 3, and then season 4. Low-key season 4 theme slap. Like, it took a while, but when you listen to the song and the theme of what's going on and everything, like, I'll break it down. It'll probably be on an episode of Saturday Night Nerds when we break these things down. But like, anime themes, maybe because I'm a nerd, would wash everything. Like Ninja Turtles, all that. Like, it's not even a thing. So I'm trying to keep that on the other one. Exactly. Naruto, all these shows, you got so many seasons. You got to pick your favorite intro. But so that's where we're at. Get in there and vote right now. DuckTales beating out Power Rangers. Fresh Prince, I'm assuming, is going to wash Law and Order. Tomorrow we will put the finals in there and then throw that up. And expect on Sunday, bracket 2 of this best TV bracket will be out there for you guys to go ahead and start choosing and whatnot. But we will post a question. Hey, give us some more shows to put out there. And we will also do what we can to populate it as well. So,
yep.
My brother has y'all probably don't know about this one. My brother mentioned it to me because me and him used to fuck with this show heavy. There's a show called The Botsmaster. Bro, y'all got
I don't remember that one.
Well, y'all got boy. You want to talk about hyped? Anyway, that is all we got for tonight. Let's get into the final shots and thoughts. What do you got for the people, man?
Shout out to my family, the Moores. A couple of them were in here earlier. Shout out to you guys. Make sure y'all like and join the pit, so y'all can stay tuned with all these brackets and happenings that we got on. I got a couple comments during the show, and they were like, "This shit is hilarious." So thank y'all for joining. Shout out to all the Pitmasters who joined and contributed to the bracket. Y'all did make this a very fun bracket. I took this to work and people were just eating this up. So they provided input for the next bracket. So thank y'all for making this bracket fun, making it enjoyable. Come back for the next bracket because I'm pretty sure that one's going to be amazing because there were some songs that people were like, hey, you left this out. It's going to be on the next bracket. So
For sure.
if you feel like your song was not on this bracket, go to the group. Contribute to the conversation. Make sure your song gets on the bracket. It won't be on there. This bracket is of the people.
Yep.
So if you don't join the group and you're not in the discussion, go search the Smoke Pit Podcast fan group. Join it. You will be a part of the discussion.
Captain Planet got to be on it.
Songs.
I just thought of Captain Planet. Captain Planet got to be on that
Captain Planet.
shit.
You know what I mean? Like
Denver, the
there's
last
so
dinosaur.
many songs that people are like, yep, you gotta put it on the bracket. So come join the group, get a part of the discussion. That way your song makes the bracket. We do these for you guys, so come put your song on the bracket. Join the Smoke Pit Podcast fan group on Facebook. Also follow us on Twitter, because this bracket was wildly popular on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, on Instagram. It was popular on Instagram. So go ahead, follow us on Instagram as well at Dat Feelin' Smoke Pit, so you can find out what we're doing for the bracket that way. You can input your songs that way. So it's always a good time with us, man. Keep tuning in, and thank y'all for listening. That's all I got.
Same, man. Appreciate it. Again, if anybody's interested in copping a Smoke Pit hat, just let me know. It'll be significantly cheaper than what I paid for it. But it was just the initial cost just to get the design saved for them. So now we can mass produce hats and whatnot for y'all. And it's stitched, just not like painted on or anything like that. So that's a plus. So just let us know. Support the brand. We got merch out there. I got a couple designs that are in sample mode. I was going to rock one of them tonight, but since it was a bracket night, we got the brackets over everything. Check that out. If y'all want to rock the brackets over everything shirt for next week, hey, head over to Teespring, get a brackets over everything. We'll try to incorporate brackets more often. I know we kind of got away from it, but I mean, it's people love the brackets, and that's kind of how the show started out. So we're going to get back to our roots a little bit. So expect that. Expect more stuff from us. And we just appreciate everybody who's been rocking with us since day one, as we are 61 episodes in. Also, thanks to everyone who have used word of mouth to increase the viewership group. The group. I had a major come up to me a couple days ago, and he was like, "So I'm searching for a podcast that somebody told me about that was real great. It goes by the name of The Smoke Pit." I was like, "Sir, who told you about that?" And it was one of the airmen over at the schoolhouse.
That's dope.
Told him about it. So I mean, it's pretty dope that this is growing legs and people are willing to use word of mouth and recommend this podcast. So appreciate you guys for doing that, and for everybody else who's doing the same. So thank you all. Thank you for believing in us and supporting us and kind of helping us follow our dreams here. Thank you guys so much. What else you got for him, Mac? That's it?
That's it, bro.
All right, man. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and call this a night. I am the homie Mac, a.k.a. your boy.
And I am bred like a king. Made us Kelvin Cayley. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 61 of The Smoke Pit. Come back next week for episode 62. Till then, have love, make sex, peace.
And let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions. I'm hoping you can answer it. get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Mac. Welcome to the smoke pit.